All right, we are live.
Hello everyone, welcome back.
Welcome to BookShelved.
It's a wild week this week. We have a lot going on and we're switching gears into book mode right now.
We've been talking about Amber Alerts and abductions.
Pacific Northwest has been wild, you guys. If you watch the news.
Specifically in the last day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we pushed record and we were like, happy thoughts, happy thoughts,
happy thoughts. Send good vibes up to the PNW for all the shit going on.
Right. But we hope you guys are all doing well. We're very excited to be transitioning to book talk because it's always a little more happy.
Much better.
And it just relieves stress to just be surrounded around books.
Yes. Hopefully it's nice weather where you're at today. It is 72 and sunny.
I know.
Here.
It's so beautiful.
And it's the last day of it. As I'm spilling water, it's the last day of it. It's going to be cloudy and rainy from here on out.
Yep. Oh, my grass needs it.
I know.
I always like this season because you get the warm weather, but then you get rain and I don't have to water my lawn.
I don't have to pay that water bill.
Yeah. So you're getting a little bit of both worlds.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Welcome everyone.
Cheers. Yeah. Where's your water?
I have I'm a Stanley girl.
You've heard about Stanley's though, right?
The lead?
Yeah.
But it's like encapsulated down here. Like it doesn't, you don't
Are you sure
exposure.
it's not on the inside? You should test it.
Amanda. I read lots about it. And I hear that you can't get exposure from it unless you were to like really damage the crap out of your Stanley.
Okay.
I think if I was getting lead poisoning, I'd be a little sick. Right? Maybe.
Unless you're getting like a little bit of lead and over time it builds up.
Yeah, just slowly killing myself. Thank you.
Maybe just buy a little kit on Amazon to test it.
Do a little testy test.
Yeah. Just so you know that you're going to be around forever.
Okay.
You know.
Well, okay. So,
yes.
Have you made any progress with your reading? You know, this month sucks for reading.
This month sucks for reading. Yeah. This sucks so bad
You're
for
still
reading.
Acotar. You don't even have to go into it.
Yeah, I haven't touched Acotar this week. I was teaching anatomy and physiology to the yoga instructors.
Yeah.
And so my mind has been fully...
Yeah.
It's been good. Yeah. No, it's been good. It's been cool. I've never taught a class before, so that's been interesting. I've been doing a lot of yoga anatomy reading.
Yeah.
A lot of extra little readings on the nervous system. All the things that I love, but really tying it into yoga. So that's been my main priority. Mm-hmm. And then also reading our book of the month because, I'm not going to lie, it's a good book, but it is not holding my attention.
I was going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I am halfway through it.
Okay. I am almost halfway through it.
Oh, I wonder where you're at.
I'm starting the Sharpshooter. I'm in part 4 right now, where they see a ship right now.
Let me see it. Oh, you're just behind me.
Okay.
I am I'm on chapter 31 or something like that.
No, it's good, but I'm reading it. I'm starting to get into it a little bit more now, but I'm really appreciative that the chapters are so short.
Yeah, they are.
Because after 2 chapters, I can't anymore.
Right.
And I don't know what the issue is because I really like his writing style. I like that it's fun. It's different.
Lighthearted.
Yeah. But I'm just having a little bit of a hard time, which is funny because my coworker, he is not into fantasy books at all, but he wants to read all of our monthly books.
Yeah.
And he's been obsessed. He has 10 pages left, and he's like, I'm savoring them.
Really?
I'm not ready for this book to be over.
That's great.
He says that about right here is when shit starts happening.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, you can't, the first 100 pages don't count. You have to get past that.
Yeah.
So I think I'm on page 140 right now.
Okay.
And I just need to keep trying. I'll be able to finish this in the next week. We have to. But
yeah.
So Acotar has been sitting on my shelf. I've been dreaming about it. I've been thinking about it. And I'm just push those thoughts aside. I can't do this right now.
Speaking of, you should hand me that so I can just shout out my friend.
Yes. So cute.
I know. We did a little book trade on YouTube that you can see it, but she made me a Barbie edition of Acotar. But you guys,
it is so.
Look how
he's
cute
just
is
Tamlin.
He's just Tamlin. It's the cutest thing ever.
That, Like he's just Ken.
Yeah, he's just Ken.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it took her to think of that.
I don't know. And she's so good. She did the whole series like this. And then...
I'm obsessed.
I saw she
Is
did...
it all the same, like, light pink with the dark writing?
Same theme, yeah. And then she did the Song of Achilles like this and stuff. And she sells them, so make sure you go check her out.
I wonder if she started doing this before the Barbie movie came out.
No.
Okay, I was going to say, because this would be, like, crazy sales during that time. And then you'll be able to add it to your Barbie shelf.
I know, my pink one.
So freaking cute.
I sent her a Magnolia Parks, and we're going to do the whole series.
I love it. Yeah, great idea. That's so cute.
I know. And I'll tag her. I'll put her handle down below so you guys can go check her out. But
yes. So what's your reading status? Other than shitty.
Yeah, like, it's been good. I'm reading every day. It's just, I'm having the same issues with Tressa Demelty. I love the first few chapters when she was, like, interacting with Charlie. Mm-hmm. It's been so long since he's really been mentioned.
I know.
And that's one of my big problems is I really love their interactions. And I was kind of hoping that she, like, it'd be more her trying to save Charlie, where it seems like that's kind of, like, a subplot now.
Yeah, and now she's just, like, vibing with the pirates.
Vibing with the pirates.
Yeah, I was reading the book last night, and Nick was reading over my shoulder, and he was like, "You're reading about pirates?" He was like, "Whoa, you're just a full-blown fantasy reader now." Because it's like pirates, and then there's something else, another term, not the cannon master, like the quarters, something that's like an old term, and he was like, "Wow, that is not what I pictured you reading."
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm struggling through it. I will read, like, a chapter or two like you, and then I'm, like, distracted by my phone or something.
Yeah, my phone has been very distracting this week. Yeah.
But I am listening to The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Have you heard of that book?
No.
I knew you wouldn't have, and I was like, I can't wait to tell her about it.
Where is it?
It's right there, the black spine next to the blue book. Yeah, that one.
Ooh.
This is the second time I've read it. And
this is beautiful.
It's incredible, Danielle. You have to read this book. But it's about...
Have you read it before, or you're listening to it for the first time?
I've read it before.
Okay.
This is the first time listening to it. But it's about this girl back in, like, long time ago. Like 1600s, 1700s or something like that. She was basically arranged marriage. She didn't want to get married because she didn't want to be tied down. She wanted to adventure and, like, see the world and all this stuff. Yeah.
Love that for her.
I know. And she was like, there's these gods you can pray to. And she was praying to them all the time. And then there's these gods at night that they say to never pray to them at night. And it's the night before she's to get married.
Did she pray to them?
Or the day she's getting married or something. And she runs away. She's like, runs from the altar or whatever. And she starts praying and doesn't realize that the sun, it's like dusk. And a god answers, and she's like, I don't want to be tethered down. I want to be my own person, blah, blah. And he grants that wish. And then she lives this life where literally no one can remember her. So she meets them, interacts with them. The second she's out of their sight, they forget her.
Does she like that? Or?
No. So she's living hundreds and hundreds of years not being remembered by anyone. And I don't want to tell you anymore.
Once she meets them, then do they remember her, or do they constantly forget her?
They constantly forget her. So if she met
like the love of her life, then he would never.
It only lasts for the time that he sees her, and then if he were to just walk out of a room and walk back in, he wouldn't remember her.
It's like 51st Dates, but 1600s.
Dude, it's wild. But it's in present day, but with a lot of flashbacks to her time back in the day. It's
wow. All that in that book? That sounds amazing.
When I first read it, I devoured it, and then now I'm listening to it on audiobook, and I'm like, man, this should be a book I read every year. It is
really
so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That really says something.
Yeah, so I'm only a few hours left in that, and I'm loving it.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still listening to the dramatized version of Acotar?
No, but they're free on Audible right now. The whole Acotar series is
Can
free
you
on Audible.
download all of them and then, like, not have to listen to them this month? Or do you have to...
I downloaded only the first 2 episodes of Wings of Ruin are free. So I'm going to listen to those, and then at least that saves me like $20 some bucks.
Yeah. That's cool. Wow.
So that's the reading update.
Wow, that's like the shortest reading update we've ever had.
Because we're not making progress.
No, this month has been hard. And that just goes to show that you don't have to be that freaking book person that's reading 30 books in a month. Like, it's not always practical. And if we were pushing ourselves so hard, there would be resentment towards our reading. And it's supposed to be enjoyable.
Right.
Like, let's not forget that in the book world. Reading is supposed to be enjoyable. If you're not feeling it, put the fucking book down and come back to it when you're feeling it.
Right.
Especially with, like, here in the Pacific Northwest, we're finally getting some warm weather.
I know, so we're like lizards.
Let's go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, reading outside is harder than it seems. I don't enjoy reading outside very
Reading
much.
in the mornings is good, and reading in the evenings.
But yeah, but in the middle of the day, I'm just like... Or, like, sunglasses on, and I'm, like, getting hot, and then a breeze comes in. I'm only thinking about the weather while I'm out there. I like being cozy and reading. So, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. We can have short book days or book month. That's fine. We're fine.
Okay, well, this week I thought of this idea out of nowhere. I was like, not out of nowhere. People on YouTube are doing something kind of like this. I think I can't remember what they're doing, but they're reading like the first page of a book or the first chapter of a book and choosing their TBR based off of it or something like that. But I thought it would be fun to read the first paragraph or first few sentences or whatever we're feeling. Nothing more than the first page, I promise. And rating that book based off just the first.
Should we also say, like, from what we read, like, would we continue reading it? Yeah. Because sometimes, like, you're not...
we might find a TBR here.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Sorry, my phone.
I can't have any more on my TBR. I know. I'm drowning in TBRs.
Yeah. So we're going to use my shelves as a way to do this. And Danielle can use all of the shelves because she hasn't read
a lot of
these.
Yeah.
Mine is going to be from this shelf over, and then there's one shelf down there that I'm going to include in mine because that's all new books down there.
It's all new books because Amanda broke her book buying ban.
Stop it.
And is buying so many books this month.
There's so many good books out. Speaking of, congratulations.
Oh my goodness. Round of applause for Emily Henry with Funny Story.
It's published day.
Congratulations. Yeah, so this is coming out not on the 23rd.
Yeah, we're filming this on Tuesday.
Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. This is a big freaking day in the book world. Yes. Yeah. New national holiday. Yeah.
Funny Story.
Funny Story.
Book that just came out today.
Yes. I know. And I feel like I need to give it some time before I read it because she's really taken her time getting us new books and I just am going to be...
I know. I'm not
Because when I read Happy Place, I was just dying for more books from her.
Yeah.
And it's been forever.
I know.
We're finally getting it.
I'm going to read it when I get my Illumicrate edition. But I'm so excited.
Amazing.
Okay, so we are going to use random number generator.
Which is what you use when you're trying
choosing
to
my TV.
new book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I just can't figure out what to read, I will I'll use random number generator on Google and choose it. So we have 30 shelves here. And I'll let you go first, Danielle.
Okay.
So the minimum is max. Max is 30. Okay. And we're gonna pick what shelf she's gonna choose from. Generate. Shelf 11. So 6. Oh, you're right down there. You only have 3 books to choose from.
Okay, so we're not even gonna choose. So if it's a series, then we're not choosing what book on the shelf. It's just the first book in the series.
And so, yay! This is exciting.
So which one is it gonna be? This one,
the red one. Yeah.
Okay.
This is exciting for me because this is my favorite.
Okay, so I got Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City. Is this also the title of the book?
Yes.
The House of Earth and Blood. This is the book. I love Sarah J. Maas, so let's see. Don't disappoint. Oh my gosh, beautiful artwork.
I know. You can read out the first... I don't know. Do you want to do just the first paragraph or first few sentences? Oh, yeah. So do first, like... We don't want to read too much.
Chill here. Okay.
Are we reading out loud?
Yeah, let's read out loud.
Okay. We're just making this up as we go.
There was a wolf. No, I'm just kidding. There was a wolf at the gallery door, which meant it must be Thursday, which meant Bryce had to be really God's damn tired if she relied on Danica's comings and goings to figure out what day it was. The heavy metal door to Griffin Antiques thudded with the impact of the wolf's fist. A fist that Bryce knew ended in metallic purple painted nails in dire need of a manicure. A heartbeat later, a female voice barked, half muffled through the steel. Open the hell up, B. It's hot as shit out here. Wow, okay. Well, immediately I want to keep reading because there's just
I was like
so
kidding
much.
that whole time. This is my favorite.
There's so much like animosity in those first few sentences. So we're reading on.
Okay, what do I got? Oh, geez.
Wow, it's an intense one.
Okay, sorry guys, my memory card filled up. Okay, so this is Emergence by C.J. Shara. So story behind these books is all of these are like high fantasy. Well, not this, but fantasy books that my stepdad sent me.
Oh, interesting.
And these were like in the basement, I think. This literally has a spider nest on it. Okay.
Oldie but goodie.
Okay, says, the rainy day in Port Jackson brought a cool breeze from the open balcony doors. It was quite a lovely balcony, though Bren Cameron's Atevi security, watching from across the room, didn't want him to cross that threshold. The doorway, however, theirs being a third-floor suite in an isolated mansion on the highest hill in town, still afforded a spectacular view of the city, and Bren stood leaning on the door frame enjoying the moving air. Tall buildings of the present century stood on the right and left. The lower rooftops of the gracious old homes and shops of the prior century barely showed below. Descending toward the harbor with a wide gray gap, one couldn't quite see the harbor from here, but the center of that gap was the sea, the strait that divided the human island of Mospheria from the vast mega-continent that belonged to the TV, the world's native inhabitants. Oh, I don't like the world building right away in the first part. So that doesn't hook me, but this is one that I've been wanting to read. But I would probably like to say a 3.
Yeah.
3.5, maybe. I don't like when books start out with just like
heavy with the information of like you have to figure out where you're at right now. Because usually like the first probably chapter of a book, unless it like immediately hooks me, I can't have important information right yet.
Yeah, I need something to be like, that grabs my attention, where that it's like, okay, he's setting the scene.
Was that chapter 1 or the prologue?
That was chapter 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a whole conversation on prologue versus epilogue at some point in this podcast journey.
Okay, so...
30.
You had 30. 26, so 6, 12, 24... 25, 26. Oh, same.
Oh.
Is that the same? Oh, well,
yeah.
Different number, but... and how many were on here?
21. 4. Roughly, I think. Maybe there's one I missed from counting over here.
11. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, stop it. A Day of Fallen
Oh my gosh. Well, just based on the cover alone, 10 out of 10, I will read this right now. Okay.
So that is
like, look at this. This is ridiculous.
Stunning.
This is ridiculous. I'm obsessed with it, and I look at it every time I come over to your house.
That is a prequel to The Priory of an Orange Tree, which I read.
Okay.
And then she came out with this one after that one.
So yeah, A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. Yonora, is that how you pronounce that?
I think so.
Okay. Yonora is the chapter name. Her name was Dumai, from an ancient word for a dream that ends too soon. She was born in the last glow of the sunset years, when every day poured soft as honey in the city of Antuma. One spring, a young woman stepped through its gate, brought there by a forbidden wish. She claimed to remember nothing of her past, only that she was called Yonora. No one could have guessed from her dusty clothes and calloused hands that her father had once held the power to set the whole court fluttering in his wake. No one could have guessed what she was in the capital to do. Immediately, I'm like, what is she in the capital to do? Why? And it reminds me of what we were just talking about of this book, except opposite. She doesn't remember anything versus the people not remembering. Okay. I would probably give this... Well, I'm being a little biased, just the cover also. So, like, maybe 4.5 out of 5. Because I'm very curious about what's she there to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maps, which is a little intimidating.
Oh, yeah. She has a few maps in there, right?
Oh, and that was the prologue.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I started reading it. I made it to chapter 1.
You made it past the
And I wasn't ready to dive into that.
It's a big book.
This is a high fantasy book. So I read The Priory of the Orange Tree, and I put that one up there with Game of Thrones. Like, it was so good.
Okay.
But it's a lot.
So it's an 860-page book. It is a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is a good one.
You'd say 4.5?
Yeah, I'd say 4.5. Yeah.
You know what we should do one day is read the books that are in this video and see if we
yes, read it again at the end. I like that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I hope this is fun for you guys, because I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay. I have, 13?
Yes.
6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is counting as 1, 6, 7, 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Ooh. Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I'm literally reading Cassandra Clare right now. The Shadowhunter series.
Okay.
I have like less than 100 pages of that one left.
Okay. Oh, what is it called? City of Bones?
Yeah, City of Bones, yeah.
Is it getting better, or are you still a little bored?
No, it's good. It's just like...
It lacked...
This is the first... I think this was the first book she's ever written, and this is a long series. It's like over 20 books. I thought it was like 12. It's
That's
over 20
so
books.
much.
I know.
That's a lot.
And the first book, I heard that the first 2, you just got to get through them. And then it's amazing.
Okay.
But the first book, there's like really like intense parts of the book, but it's so flat and dull. Like there's no emotion in it. And I'm like, this should be a very intense scene. Yeah. And there's nothing. It's
I wonder if she would ever rewrite them.
I've been thinking this so much lately. I'm like, would authors go back to some of their first books and write those books the same way they did now? I doubt it.
Oh, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I for sure doubt it, yeah.
Okay, Swordcatcher. This is Cassandra Clare's most recent release.
Okay.
It just came out not too long ago. The maps are cute. Should I do the prologue or the...
I just did the prologue.
Okay.
Do the prologue.
Okay. It began with a crime, the theft of a boy. It was not presented as a crime. Indeed, the man in charge of the whole enterprise was a soldier, the captain of the Arrow Squadron, charged with protecting the king of Castellane and seeing to it that the laws he made were carried out. He had an exceeding dislike of criminals. His name was Aristide Jolivet.
I love fantasy book names.
Dude, this is going to be hilarious. We're going to do a reel of all of our mispronunciations. And as he lifted his hand to rap sharply on the door of the orphanage, the large square-cut amethyst on his left hand gleamed in the light of the moon. Etched into it was a lion, the symbol of the city. It appeared to be roaring.
The first sentence, immediately I was
know.
Wow.
Yeah, right away that first sentence was
Read the first sentence again.
It began with a crime, the theft of a boy.
Yeah. I mean, like, that alone, I'm in.
Yeah, and then I like how it was not presented as a crime. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think I would put this one up there in, like, 4-star territory.
Yeah.
Just because I like the beginning, that first sentence, that's fun. And then, also Cassandra Clare she's an incredible fantasy author. I always hear amazing things about her, so I have high hopes for this. Mm-hmm. This is one of these books that I really want to read, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So 4.
Show off the edges.
Oh, yeah. This is
super beautiful. I love when a book has black sprayed edges, like all the way around.
It's really pretty.
Oh, yeah. That's so pretty. That kind of reminds me of, like, not fully, obviously, but the ideas you're showing me for your Acotar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm
excited
about that.
Me too.
Okay.
Me freaking too. Oh, this goes in there.
Okay.
Alrighty. 1 through 30.
30. Generate 12. Oh, you get the new fantasy shelf all the way down there.
Amazing. Okay.
How many books are on there?
There are 3, 6, 9, 12, 14.
13.
Okay. I was like, didn't I just say 12? No, I said 14. Ooh, I was looking at this book literally when you were showing me your naughty shelf of so many books you just bought, and I immediately was caught with the When in Rome.
I just realized there's 4 on that shelf that aren't brand new, but...
Oh, okay.
That one's not
justifying
brand new,
your purchase. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Okay.
Sarah Adams just came out with...
So this is When in Rome's by Sarah Adams.
The rule book is her name.
Okay, I feel like a lot of her books I've been seeing and have been, what's like secondary to TBR? Like to be read, but not counting that I want it to be on my TBR because I don't want to have a list that's really long. That's where all of her books are on.
Yeah, she just came out with the rule book this month.
Okay,
This is the first in her companion series.
I love how just like dainty this book is. It feels weird holding a small book.
It's little, yeah.
I've been reading just like big
and they're
books.
floppy.
They are floppy. Okay, I took off the dust jacket on this book, and it's making me reconsider hardcovers.
Really?
Only because it was only a little bit of the way in it, and it just stayed open.
Oh yeah, these. I really like the quality of this. How they binded this book.
Yeah,
nice.
It's amazing. My hands haven't been hurting. It's so good. Okay. So When in Rome, Sarah Adams. Let's see.
I'm excited about this one because I started this one.
Oh, okay. Love the quote from Audrey Hepburn, like, immediately. I was born with an enormous need for affection and a terrible need to give it. That's funny. Okay. Oh, I'm going to read down to here because that's funny. This is okay, right? I'm okay. I take a deep breath and wrap my fingers a little tighter around the steering wheel. Yes, Amelia, you're okay. You're fantastic, actually. You're just like Audrey Hepburn, taking your life into your own hands, and you're talking to yourself. So maybe not completely okay, but given the circumstances, semi-okay, I say, squinting at the dark road outside my windshield. Yes, semi-okay is good. Except it's completely dark, and my car is making this noise that sounds like loose coins tumbling around a dryer drum. I'm not a car whiz, but I'm thinking that's not a good sound for it to be making. My favorite little Toyota Corolla, the car that has been with me since I was in high school, the car I was sitting in when I first heard my song on the radio at age 18, the car that I drove to Phantom Records and signed my recording deal 10 years ago, is reaching its expiration date. It can't die. It still has the smell of my old volleyball knee pads ingrained in the fabric. No, not today, Satan. 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I want to keep reading it. I feel like I just need to drown out the world and just read this book in one sitting. This just feels like a book that you read for your mood. You know? Like,
Maybe that's what we both need right now, is just an easy romance to read.
So, stay tuned for next month's book selection. I will give that to us, because I've been feeling the same way. Just felt like,
need a break from fantasy.
I need a break from fantasy, and I just need something that just, like...
Yeah, I'm reading 3 fantasy books right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Next book.
5? 5? I was
5. Yeah,
wow.
I mean, I'm hooked. I'm hooked immediately.
Love that for you.
Yeah. I know, me too. Phone is a ringing.
Okay.
Ring-a-ding-dinging.
My turn. We'll probably each do, like, 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to put this back.
Ooh, so I have shelf 13. So that's
that one, right?
The bottom corner one. Oh my god, you guys. I have a million books on here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 2, 25. 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, okay. I don't have the dust jacket on this one because I like it without, but it's called Yoke. And this is a really popular book. I see it everywhere.
I love the hand holding to like mimic the matte people.
Yeah, so I hear about this book all the time, and I have been, it's been on my TBR for so freaking long, and I haven't read it. I have high hopes. Okay. Depending on where I focus and how much pressure I apply to the back of my throat, I can just about blot him out. Him being Jeremy. Him who never shuts up. Him being my ex. He whose arm is clamped around the back of the cafe chair that belongs to another girl. She's startlingly pretty, this one. Translucent and thin, achingly so. She has shimmering lavender hair and wide-set bacon eyes. Her name is Ray, and when she offers her cold, large hand, I instinctively search her face for any hint of cosmetic surgery. Her lids, her lips, the tip of her nose. Her boots are Anne Demeester, the ones with hundreds of yards of lace, and her ragged men's jacket, Come. I like your boots, I tell her, needing her to know that I know and immediately hating myself for it. I'm so intimidated I could choke. She smiles with such indulgent kindness, I feel worse. She's not at all threatened by me. I got them here, she tells me in faultless English. I don't ask her where there might be. I kind of like that so much I read the whole first page.
Yeah. It feels very, like, relatable.
Yeah. What sucks is I know so much about, like, what other people review this book, so it's kind of swaying me because I have high hopes for this, but based on the first page, I'm going to say it's going to be like a 3.5 or 4.
3.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't, like, when I hear wide set, I immediately think of Mean Girls.
Oh,
Wide set vagina and a heavy flow. So immediately I was, like, giggling when you read that.
Yeah, but this book is, I know it's a really serious book, and I think it's about somebody having I want to say it's about 2 sisters, and one of them has a terminal illness, I believe.
Oh, wow. I did not get that from that first page.
I know. I believe that's what
so
it was
it's
about.
a sad book.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. And I hear amazing things. So I will read it one day.
Yes.
Okay.
One more each?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And your 30 generate book number 1.
Also, Amanda has 30 bookshelves. So let's not forget about that. So bookshelf 1.
Yeah, all the book of the month up there. There's a lot of books. So.
Okay, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25.
25.
My butt is in the
22. Ooh.
Okay. I love this color scheme. This is The Bride Test by Helen Huang.
She has a companion series that's 3 books. I've read them all.
I love any book that has to do with a wedding. I don't know, like bride, like I don't know. Dedicated to me. Thank you for loving me and teaching me how to chase my dreams. I'm proud to be yours. I love that. Okay, prologue. 10 years ago, San Jose, California. Kai was supposed to be crying. He knew he was supposed to be crying. Everyone else was. But his eyes were dry. If they stung, it was due to the heavy incense fogging the funeral parlor's reception room. Was he sad? He thought he was sad, but he should be sadder. When your best friend died like this, you were supposed to be destroyed. If this were a Vietnamese opera, his tears would be forming rivers and drowning everyone. Why was his mind clear? Why was he thinking about the homework assignment that was due tomorrow? Why was he still functioning? I
read this one.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay.
Because it feels YA already. And that's fine. I just feel like I'm not fully intrigued by YA, where I just want to devour the book.
Interesting.
It was predictable right away, just like the funeral scene. But it sounds like an easy book to read. Okay, maybe 3.5. 3.5 and I would read it.
Okay.
I'd continue to read it.
I think I gave it that book like a 3-star. I want to say I did.
Yeah.
I loved her other 2. This was the lowest rated one out of the 3.
Is this the first one?
I don't remember what order they're in. I want to say this is the 3rd one. But she writes well. And usually all her books have representation of some sort of illness or something like that. I want to say she did. Book. No, I want to say like autism and stuff like that. I think it
I love the font, though. The font is a good size. Like, that alone makes me want to read a book.
Book of the month has, like, I think their typesets are really good. I don't know if they mess with the typesets when they do it, but I've always enjoyed reading their books.
And I love the colors they chose. All right.
They took all the dust jackets off all of those. I like how they look up there like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay, my last one. 7. So up here. No,
So
down here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, last one.
Oh, I'm not going to do any of those. Those are series, and none of them are the...
Okay.
the
Do we want to
first.
say that
And I've
that's
read
7 then?
the beginning of the book. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have figured that out. 2, 4, 6, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Why did that take me so long? 17, 19, 18. These hollow vows. I think I won this in a giveaway.
Oh,
I want to say
fun.
I did. YA, I believe. Okay. I've been looking at this book a lot lately. Okay. Cool shadows wash over my sweaty skin, welcoming me, disguising me. I could revel in the darkness, happily lie under the stars and let the night air unravel my knotted, overworked muscles. But I won't waste tonight on rest or fleeting pleasure. These are the hours of spies and thieves. They're my hours. I slide 2 hairpins into the lock, my chapped fingers dancing over them like the strings of a viola. This is a song I've rehearsed 1,000 times, a hymn I've played in my most desperate moments. Better to pray to deft fingers, to shadows and camouflage than to the old gods. Better to steal than to starve. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like the writing style.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's well done.
Mm-hmm.
It captured my attention. I kind of wanted to keep reading. I'm going to say 4.
Okay.
4.5.
Wow, that's generous.
I know. I think so. I've been wanting to read this one, and I have heard really good things. I think there's another one in the series, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
That'll be fun to do again in the future. There's so many books.
Did any of the books you did make you want to read them? Like, would you...
The
see
When in
yourself-
Rome is like the top one on
Really?
my list, and maybe I need to dive down Sarah Adams.
She's good. That is the first one in the companion series.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it. It just seemed like a nice palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Just nice, fun, silly. I feel like I could really just read that really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Easy. I'm missing some easy books right now.
Me too.
My mind doesn't want to imagine things right now.
We need a vacation.
We do need a vacation.
But you're getting one.
I am.
She's going to Vegas very soon.
Amanda was supposed to go.
I was
It's
supposed to go.
It's okay. We are actually going to be doing a little book weekend in June. We're going to be going to a comedy show and then do book stuff not related to the comedy show at all. But
Yeah, we're going to Shane Gillis.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so stoked.
So
Yeah.
excited.
And it's in Portland, so Powell's bookstore is in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And it's as big as a city block, right?
At least. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's big.
it's so many stories.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
We're gonna film while we're up there, so you guys can check it
Yeah, a
out.
little vlog style. Might be one of our first vlog styles that we do for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm stoked. But thank you guys
Yes,
for
thank
listening
you.
and watching. This was fun. We like doing these kind of little challenge videos, I think. It's just I don't know. It's fun. It's different.
It is different. Yeah.
But I think our next episode is the review of Tress of the Emerald Sea.
Yes.
I hope you guys read this book and join us for our spoiler-filled video because it is good. It is very good. And it's really... The writing is... I don't want to say cute, but it's like... It makes me giggle.
It makes me giggle. It's
different.
fun. Yeah, I'm just like, you can tell he was having a good time writing this book. Like,
yeah.
Some of the metaphors he uses, I'm like, oh...
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Where'd you get that?
I know. It's so different, and I am really enjoying it. So I'm excited to.
I see why there's like such a following for Brandon Sanderson.
I know.
Yeah.
He has a lot of books, and I'm excited to read more after this.
Yeah.
Because now that I have experienced his writing, I'm like, okay, it's not too far over my head.
No.
And that's what I've been afraid of. And I don't know if the other books are different than this one, but I know.
Yeah. I'm excited to talk more about it. Because
Yeah.
I feel like we have a lot of the same opinions on this book, which is new.
I wonder if a lot of other people will have that same
Not my coworker. He is like, this is one of his like favorite books he's ever read. Like, I know.
That's so fun.
He's like, every time I see him, he's just like so surprised about it.
You know what's great is I hope that like people who follow along and read these books with us, I hope people are finding their new favorites.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
And also, like, that's just such a testament to reading outside of your comfort zone because he would have never touched anything that was labeled fantasy.
Yeah.
And now I bet he'll probably read more Brandon Sanderson books because of it. Yeah.
Love that for him.
Yeah, I know, right? Awesome.
All right. Thank you guys.
Signing off.
See you next week.